Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 3rd Annual South African Professional Services Awards. Please welcome to the stage your host, the largest comedian in Africa by waist size only, Jason Goliath! Yes! Thank you. That's how it happens. I love all of you. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome once again. This is the 3rd Annual South African Professional Services Awards. And I think before we kick off, how many of you are here in the room for the first time ever? Please make some noise now. Well done for doing well. I think all of our Sapsa veterans, let's give the newbies a round of applause. Please, let's give them a round of applause to welcome them. Listen how excited they all are. So exciting. So just a couple of things before we start. I'm going to get to the house rules in just a second, but I feel like the major rules are, number one, we've got quite an evening ahead of us. We've tried to kind of condense and compress and make it as tight and interesting and exciting as possible. So rule number one, I'm just going to ask that everybody just relax. I know you guys come from ma'am, I can see that you come from major stress that financially I don't understand. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I always, this crowd for me, as I look out, I can see that nobody understands what January means to a guy like me. Sir, you've never missed a debit order in your life. I can pick it up just from there. I can see the gentleman with that blue tie. I can see you answer private numbers on a Tuesday. You've got no problems. You know what I mean? No space. I'm not even going to make any of the January jokes. Those jokes, clearly this is the wrong audience. And I feel like what doesn't happen enough in these circles is we don't look at each other enough and go, you know what? Well done for doing well. Like, just to be in this room, you know what? Well done for doing well. So this is the first instruction. You're going to look at everybody at your table, and I want you to say, you know what? Well done for doing well. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Now give yourself a round of applause. That's great. That's great. I love it. I love it. The second thing we've got to do, and this is just to kind of relax you and get you in the mood. So just in case you guys don't know, I'm a comedian, which means I like to make jokes, but I also come from business, so I appreciate all of the hard work that you all do. But I also appreciate the fact that sometimes, and I'm just saying sometimes, in corporate we forget to release what I like to call our inner thug. And I believe that even you, sir, even you, I know that you haven't spoken to your inner thug in easily 35 years. I can see in your eyes. But I just feel like, because as I look around the room, I feel like, gents, and I like to say that the ladies have put in extra effort this year, because ladies were all looking unbelievable. And I think there's a gift. So here's what I want. And I need every single human being in the room to do it, right? Sir, I'm coming to you not because you look like Tabo Lady. Not at all. I'm coming to you because I know that there are certain individuals that are not going to follow these instructions. You are one of them. You're going to be in. Sir, you still got a bit of thug in you. I can see that. Mr. Joshua Dole, we're going to need you to be. You know what I mean? We're going to need you to dig deep, Mr. Dole. We're going to need you to dig deep. And then, of course, look at these guys. This jacket and this shirt. These are fashion people, conscious. Look at them, 50 shades of grey happening here. So this is very important, okay? So I need everybody just to loosen up, because guys, I'm about to help you embrace your inner thug, because I feel like the ladies deserve more than a round of applause. So here's what I want, okay? I come from, as you all know, or those of you that have been here before, I'm from the United States of El Dorado Park. And in El Dorado Park, we do possess a certain thug chic. It just makes us a little bit cute and a little bit sexy. So guys, here's what I need you to do. I need you to embrace your inner thug. I need you to look at the ladies at your table, and I need you to do the following. All you're going to do, and I'm going to count to 3 at the end, so nobody panic, everybody's going to get this. Rabbi, you're going to get this, you're going to get this. I promise you, you're going to get this. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Alright, so here's what I need you to do, guys. The first sign of a thug, the left shoulder's got to drop down just a little bit, right? The left shoulder drops down just a little bit. A lot of people think that kind of people do this to be gangster. It's the devil or this to this guy. Alright? And that's the first sign. So you got your one shoulder down just a little bit, and then I want you to look out with a little bit of a serious but a little bit of a sexy face. And I want you to say, after I count to 3 in your thuggiest thug voice, I want you to look at the ladies and just go, damn girls, you're looking fine tonight. Alright, I'm going to do it 2 more times. I'm going to try small, just so you know exactly what to do. Just so you know, I'm just going to come down here. I see a head shaking in disapproval. Sir, I've got a judgment from you on stage. I'm looking at you when you look around, so I need to make sure your shoulders can go down. Here we go. We're good. Alright, so here's the thing to do. All the guys, I'm going to count to 3 when you're ready. I'm going to do it twice more. Shoulder down, a little bit sexy, a little bit cocky, and you're just going to go, damn girls, y'all are looking fine tonight. And don't forget the tap on the end of it, alright? I'm going to do it one more time. Damn girls, y'all are looking fine tonight. Alright? On the count of 3, gentlemen, make me proud. 1, 2, 3. I love it. And now, ladies, it's only ladylike to reply, alright? It's only ladylike to reply. So, ladies in the room, you all look magnificent. And now I want you to channel. Some of you have never done this before. You may get a tingling sensation as you do it, and I promise you to do it again. I need all the women in the room to channel your inner Beyonce, alright? I need you to channel your inner Beyonce, and I want you to look back at all of those boys. I want you to look back at all those boys, and I'm going to count to 3. If you look back at all the boys that said those nice things, and I want you to pump your shoulders 2 times like this, pow, pow, alright? Then I want you to do a Beyonce hair flip, pow, alright? If your hair can't flip, don't pretend, you know? Don't put it on them. I mean, we all adults in the room. If you can't do the 4, maybe just do the 1, 2, and then you know what I mean? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And then you're going to go shoulders, pow, pow. Then you're going to go here. I want you to say pow, pow. Then I want you to go pow. And then I want you to look directly at those boys with a bit of a pout and just go, I know, right? Okay? Don't look at the head. I know, right? Alright, so ladies, it's easy. You're going to go pow, pow, pow. I know, right? On the count of 3, ladies. 1, 2, 3. So, just before I present your starters, ladies and gents, what I would like to ask you is to pay a little bit of attention just for us to get through the house rules as quickly as we can. The house rules are super simple. Bathrooms are outside in the foyer. Please make your way there should you need the bathroom. The smoking area is through any of the doors, preferably the far left door, on my left, your right-hand side of the room. And please be advised that Monte Casino rules stipulate that you have to walk off the balcony, down the stairs, ashtrays, etc. have been provided. So smoking is out there. Let's take this opportunity while we're all quiet to please silence our cell phones. I'm going to let you do that. So everybody, if your cell phone's not on silent, let's do it together. Save this embarrassing moment. Then I don't have to come down and talk about your outfit and make announcements. Alright? So everybody, if you need help finding the silent feature on your phone, please help the elderly at the table, right? Let's just make sure that everyone is comfortable. Alright, while you got your cell phones out, I am going to ask you just to keep engaging with us on social media. So please follow us on Twitter. It's at Sapro Awards, SAPRO Awards. It's the same on Facebook, and the hashtag for this evening is Sapsa 2018. So SAPSA 2018. And we are going to ask if you are active on social media, that you kindly engage and just keep the conversation going online. I would like to extend the warmest welcome to all of you. I know a lot of the things sometimes I say in jest are lost, but I want to say this: if you're in the room, congratulations. Last year was a challenging year for most industries, and the fact that you guys are here means that you've done well for doing well. So congratulations. We're going to celebrate as many of you as we can this evening, and I want to encourage you all just to cheer and applaud, and most importantly, if your category passes, stay. Please, alright? Just so that you're all super, super comfortable. I'm facing the light. Give me a round of applause so it's not awkward. Ladies and gentlemen, with a massive round of applause, please welcome back to the stage, Queen facing Goliath! Thank you. Thank you. We're going to try that round of applause. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage me, Jason Goliath! I love it, I love it. Now, ladies and gents, evenings like this evening are not possible without wonderful sponsors like ours. I would like to invite you up just to share a few words from Sanlam. He is a business manager, ladies and gentlemen, a massive round of applause. He's tall, he's handsome, and has a much better retirement plan than I do. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gert Bezuidenhout.
Thank you. It's indeed a huge privilege for us to be part of this sponsorship and also this prestigious award ceremony tonight. Together with the South African Professional Services Award Academy, Sanlam is proud to celebrate excellence in the professional services industry. As a diversified financial services player with an extensive footprint in 11 countries across Africa, we are able to support and promote top talent across the continent and across various industries. We partnered with the SA Professional Services Academy for the SA Professional Services Awards to recognize the professional excellence of individuals across industries such as accounting, management consulting, architectural, legal, quantity surveying, and engineering. From awarding top achievers in professional services and financial journalism to celebrating South Africa's top artists, Sanlam aims to recognize and award work of outstanding quality. Celebrating individuals and professionals within the vital professional services industry is important to encourage their continued participation in driving South Africa and the rest of the continent's economic development. This is one of the reasons why Sanlam is proud to sponsor the annual South African Professional Services Awards, which recognize outstanding performance and excellence among graduate professionals and professional firms. On behalf of Sanlam, our entire company, we would like to congratulate all the winners across the categories. May we strive to build on your success. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Uncle Gert. Well done for doing well. We're going to be calling up next, ladies and gentlemen, the chair of our adjudication panel, founder and CEO of Pro Ethics, with a massive round of applause. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Janette Minnaar.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the adjudication panel, I would like to welcome all the finalists and the distinguished guests here tonight. Thank you for taking part in this competition and for attending this prestigious event. This event is all about recognizing excellence in South Africa's professional services industry. A sincere thank you also from our side for the generous sponsorship by Sanlam. To the panel of judges who volunteered your time and your expertise, thank you so much from my side. We got along well and we've actually become good friends. I appreciate that so much. Let me explain to you how we came to our conclusions. In terms of the firm awards, the judges adjudicated in terms of certain criteria that were set out. The first was the type of growth shown by the business. We looked at quality customer service. We considered whether they strived for technical excellence in the delivery of their tasks or projects. We looked at the extent of the involvement in the communities within which they operate, whether they contribute to their profession, for example, whether they volunteer their expertise to serve on industry bodies or forums, the status of the transformation record, And finally, we also considered their pledge to live up to the highest standards of ethical behaviour and professionalism. It's important to note that these criteria were not all equally weighted. In certain instances, a strong showing in one of the categories was sufficient to put one firm above the other. In regards to individual awards, we looked at a whole host of different criteria, namely the demonstration of management and strong leadership qualities, whether the unit or the units that the person heads are successful, if the person is innovative within the boundaries of available resources. He considered evidence of mentoring and coaching in the workplace, the passion that the nominee shows for his or her job, and the drive that he or she displays, which motivates others. We also looked if the person is living up to a robust set of personal values and is also prepared and has the courage to challenge unethical behaviour or societal wrongs. We looked at whether the person has notable career achievements and whether the person has concrete future objectives. If the person has learned from past experiences and challenges, and the breaking of new ground, taking of risks, and the shifting of paradigms where it is needed. Lastly, we considered whether the person is standing out among his or her peers, and whether he or she has the necessary influence to effect change and to make a difference in the workplace. In some instances, one or two very strong attributes were sufficient for an individual to emerge as the winner. As with the firm categories, the adjudication panel considered all the elements in totality before coming to a unanimous conclusion. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every finalist tonight. Even if you do not win or your firm doesn't emerge as the winner, please be assured that we truly value your contribution in making South Africa a professional services industry that is world-class. I would like to encourage you to keep up the hard work, to maintain your commitment to your profession, and to please come back next year. What you do and who you are inspire us. Thank you.
To be a doctor and have good hair. No, you've done well. Now, Dr. Minar, you've done well in your life. Well done for doing well.
One more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I saw how the excitement in the doctor's face when I said, "Embrace your inner Beyonce," and she looked back at me as if to say, all right, we're about to get into the awards. I do want to just give us just a few rules that we're going to abide by, just so that everybody in the room kind of understands the way this is going to work. We are going to be inviting you up one by one. I'm not going to be doing the announcement. You'll focus on the screens, which will give you your nominees, and then one of our astute judges will be announcing the winner. We are going to allow certainly individual winners as well as lifetime achievement winners to make two-minute speeches. We call them remarks because essentially we want to keep it nice and tidy. You're going to come up, you're going to thank the people at your company and at your table. You're going to thank your significant other or your secret other, whatever it is that you want to thank. You just feel free to be yourself. It's a family thing here. Las Vegas rules will apply. Whatever you say will stay in the room. There is an implied NDA by all delegates. I'm then going to invite you all to make your way up. And once again, those of you that are receiving company awards as well as the special commendation awards, you will simply come up, collect, and then very importantly, you will leave the stage. Sometimes let's just avoid that awkward moment when I'm moving the mic and you're trying to grab the mic and. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say that one more time. People who will be making 2-minute remarks this evening are those that are either receiving individual awards or lifetime achievement awards. I am going to call up our first judge. We're going to be heading into our first category this evening, ladies and gents, which is Construction Sector Firm of the Year. To help us present this and a few awards thereafter, please help me welcome to the stage the CEO of CharterQuest, the amazing Judge Valentine D.
The finalists for the Construction Sector Firm of the Year are Akweni, MMQSM ACE, PD Consulting, KM Developers, NNAQS, Inyatsi.
And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be presented to us by Uncle KC. Please give KC a round of applause because you look very, very beautiful. In fact, here we are. Here we are. So KC, thank you very much. We do have a lovely model on stage. And then Valentine, once again, best dressed man, most expensive debonair's delivery suit in South Africa.
All right, thank you. And the winner is PD Consulting. Consulting for several reasons, including their contribution to the industry in crafting the procurement policy for the built environment and their business growth that has seen them grow from 14 professionals from humble beginnings now all the way to 3 major partners. Thank you so much. Can you join us to celebrate?
All right, so because the light is good on my left-hand side, as you come up to receive your award, you are going to step to the left with the judge. My trick is to lean forward and think thin thoughts. We'll make sure you look good on the Facebook. One more round of applause for our winners, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. And the next award category is
The finalists for the Professional of the Year in the Construction class are Eric Manchiri, PD Consulting, Asilia Montai, KM Developers, Nonkun Tona, NNAQS, Tommy Stradum, Inyatsi, Anthony Afodofe, Akweni, Natalie Katumba, MMQS Mace.
And the winner is Anthony Afodobe of Akweni. Anthony impressed the judges with the drive shown to build a Pan-African practice with offices in both South Africa and Ghana. What also stood out is the commitment to transformation given that he now leads a predominantly female and black organization. Join us to celebrate Anthony.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Sapsa, as the organizing committee. I'd like to thank Sanlam for sponsoring this occasion. I'd like to thank the judges for very well done work. We knew we were going to win this one. I'd also like to thank my company, the staff, because without them, we couldn't have achieved this. We're very proud of what we're doing, and we hope next year we'll be back to collect more. This is just the beginning. Thank you.
Before you leave, it has become a tradition, Uncle Anthony, for you to prove to us your success just by the shoe and sock combination. I've been told that in order to buy this specific shoe and sock combination, one would require 3 months bank statement, proof of address, and signed financials from your accountant. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, award category number 3.
This is a Lifetime Achievement Award for Excellence in the Field of Engineering for Dr. Pine Pienaar.
Lifetime Achievement Award for Dr. Pine Pienaar. Dr. Pienaar completed his degree in civil engineering in 1981, followed thereafter by an honors degree in structural engineering. Both qualifications were obtained at the University of Pretoria. In 1987, he obtained his master's degree in the design of low-volume roads and followed that up with a PhD on the topic of management of tertiary road networks in rural areas in 1993. He worked for various organizations during his professional career, including Basil Red, Van Wyk and Loo, and GIP Africa. In 1999, together with Stanford Makwane, he co-founded Nyeleti Consulting, an organization which has grown from 2 engineers and a secretary to over 120 staff with offices in Pretoria, Alberton, Polokwane, Durban, and Mozambique. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Pine Pienaar.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sure that all of us, or at least most of us, work very hard and are very committed and enjoy our work and are contributing to making a difference to our beautiful country, South Africa. And when we do that, we don't necessarily do it to receive a pat on the back or a thank you. We do it because we find it fulfilling and we want to do it. It's in our DNA. But I must say, when there's an evening like tonight, when you get a well done for doing well, then it's really pleasant, and I really appreciated the acknowledgement. So a big thank you tonight to Sapsa, to our sponsor Sanlam, for this award. Thank you also to colleagues in the construction and consulting industry for many years of working together. We are working in a wonderful industry. I really appreciate it. And then also a big thank you to my colleagues at Nyeleti Consulting. If there's one thing that I've learned over the years, then it is that culture in a company is a very important thing, the most important thing. And at Nyeleti, we've got a culture of working together, a culture of friendship, relying on one another, trusting one another. And that's really been a big privilege for me to be within the Nyeleti family. and working with these colleagues. And then I think in the last place, also a very big thank you to my wife, Alta. She's managed to stick with me for 35 years. I think she's done, it was a much... I think it was a much tougher job for her to stick with me than for me to stick with her. So Alta, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations once again, a massive round of applause. Dr. Pienaar, well done for doing well. Alta, we all know, when he said last, he meant most important. We all know, we felt it. The stage makes you nervous. I also want to thank you, Valentine. This is the end of your tenure for now. You did incredible. You were unbelievable, almost better than me. Literally, you were amazing. All right, to help us hand out our following award, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage another awards judge, Engineer Michael Weir, to present the award for Engineering Professional of the Year. Oh, Weir, sorry, Mr. Weir. Did I say it correctly?
This year you got it right.
I got it, finally.
The finalists for the Professional of the Year in the engineering class are Matthew Deploy, WSP, Walagazi Ele, Hatch, Lynn Pretorius, ITS.
This award goes to Welekazi Saleh of Hatch. Coming from a background of impoverished rural Eastern Cape, achieved a tertiary education was an achievement in itself. Her CV and interview responses are indicative of a professional who has achieved great results, leading a team in a male-dominated and difficult industry that is iron ore.
So last year I had a long speech, a table full of my executives from Hatch, entrepreneurs with a technical soul. I had my mother all the way from the Eastern Cape, and my other half was also here to support me. And what can I say? Age didn't quite make it. So this year I thought, I'm not putting myself through that again. I'm not doing it. So my other half is here because he didn't have a choice. My chief supporter, thank you very much for being here. But it's a great honor. Thank you. I love this industry. I love engineering. And it's a great honor to be honored in this way. And to the young people, the industry needs you. It needs you as you are, authentically diverse. It takes resilience. It takes an attitude that says, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So take the initiative, take the opportunities. And to Hatch and my leaders, thank you very much for supporting me. Thank you, ladies and gents.
I can only say that I hope I too am here next year as you receive again. One more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We move on to our fifth award.
The finalists for the Architecture Firm of the Year are Paragon Architects, GLH, Bogertman and Partners, Nico van der Meulen Architects.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this category is Paragon Architects. Paragon won the award because of the various indications that they are staying ahead of the pack. In particular, they have proven to have pushed the boundaries in their design of Sasso Place, which was the overall winner at the prestigious Sapsa Property Development Awards.
I was going to mention my mother, but I've only got 2 minutes. So I need to mention my partner, Anthony, who was the primary design partner on Sasso. This is a joint venture, and there are 3 things that we don't have a business without. We don't have a business without the great people we surround ourselves with. We don't have a business without clients who join our vision. And we don't have a business without passion and fun. And fun is really what we've had. We are blessed to be alive. This is a fantastic continent. We were born at the right time. We got our skills at the right time. And the key thing is that if you go to the African principle of Ubuntu, I am what I am through other people, we are what we are through other people. And then we all have partners in life, not business partners, but other people. Thank you, Philippa. You're my powerhouse and the power behind the throne. Thanks, my 2 minutes are up.
I hate to be the one to bring it up, but you didn't have 2 minutes, sir. But I will say this: well played. That was the sneakiest stealing of a little speech gap I've ever seen. I had one more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Next up is our 6th award, and this award winner does have 2 minutes.
This is a Lifetime Achievement Award for Excellence in the Field of Architecture for Pierre Lombard.
Born in Brussels, Pierre moved to South Africa after completing his studies. He co-founded GLH Architects, with whom he has been with for 31 years as a senior partner and now honorary chairman. He continues to participate in the conceptual brainstorming of most projects, taking great care for the existing professional relationships he's created with major corporate clients. GLH Architects has been involved in major corporate and residential projects in the main hubs of Johannesburg, including the design of the head offices of 3 of the 4 major banks. Pierre is active in the property industry, and his passion for the arts has led him to initiate the creation of a non-profit company christened the South African Foundation for Contemporary Art, which aims to promote the work of artists of the Southern Africa and link them with the global stage. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Pierre Lombard.
Thank you to all of you. Thank you to all professionals. South Africa is a place of challenges. The secret is to turn every challenge in many opportunities. I would like to thank my partners, the ones who are not with us anymore, the founder of our company, who started the company in 1945, 73 years ago, Manfred Ermer, who is now resting in peace. Rodney, who entrusted me, and who has won an award before. I would like, obviously, to thank all my younger partners who have kept the ship afloat. I also want to thank my wife and my children for tolerating the life I live. I think that in addition to turning challenges into opportunities, the secret lies in marrying the spring of ID and the autumn of experience. Together, we will be strong. Thank you.
One more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Lifetime Achievement winner, Pierre Lombard. I should have known by your name, Pierre, that there was going to be a little bit of romance in terms of lessons for young guys. I love a little poem in there. Points, and a Lifetime Achievement Award on the same night. Well done, sir. One more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We also, a round of applause as we say thank you. We will see you a little bit later, sir. Judge Michael, you were amazing and you looked graceful in a dress. So beautiful. Oh. All right, next up to help us out, ladies and gents, we welcome up Judge Fatima Ghani, the CFO of Humans Africa and Middle East, to present the award for Engineering Firm of the Year.
The finalists for the Engineering Firm of the Year are Nyaleti, SNA, Oricon, WSP, Bosch, ITS, Big in Africa.
And the winner goes to the Loud Shelter, Big in Africa. We're winners in this category because of ticking several boxes in their submission, including their 5-year vision strategy spanning 2016 to 2021, for which they provisioned elaborate justification along the lines of business growth and fundamental professionalism, ethical practices, and grooming strategic leadership. Congratulations.
Congratulations, and I actually heard them going, oh, no speech, no. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gents. Congratulations.
This is a Lifetime Achievement Award for Excellence in the Field of Engineering for Dr. Peter Day.
Dr. Peter Day is a consulting geotechnical engineer and chairman of Jones and Wagner Engineering and Environmental Consultants. In his 34 years with the company, he has been exposed to many facets of geotechnical engineering, mainly in the context of heavy industrial and mining projects. He has also been intimately involved with the Geotechnical Division of the SAICE and the International Society of Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering, having been on the ISS MGE Vice President for Africa from 2001 to 2004. In recognition of his contribution to the profession, Peter was awarded the South African Geotechnical Medal by the Geotechnical Division in 2005 and was elected the Honorary Fellow of SAICE in 2010. In March 2013, he was awarded the degree of Doctor of Engineering by the University of Stellenbosch. Congratulations.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I only have 2 words for you tonight, and both of these are very important for professional people. The first is Ngiyabonga. I thank you. I thank Sapsa for honouring me in this way, and thanks to all those around me, my wife, my colleagues, and the company for whom I've worked for many years, Jones & Wagner. The second word is give. G-I-V-E. Give. Be generous of what you have, whether it's your material possessions, your time, your friendship, or your knowledge. As a professional person, the best thing you can do is share your expertise. Mentor, help, publish, share, sponsor, teach. By giving away something that you have, you create space for others to give back to you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Day. Our 9th category is...
The finalists for the Young Professional of the Year in the Built Environment category are Louis Deval, Bosch; Jabulila Msiza, Jones & Wagner; Gabrielle Wojtowicz, Oricon.
And the winner is Dr. Gabrielle Wojtowicz. Is a stellar example for budding engineers in her field, particularly those in the geotechnical discipline. She has gained both local and international experience in South Africa and the UK, and has succeeded in expanding her knowledge of her field by earning a doctorate degree. It is stunning that she is the principal geotechnical engineer of Built Environment giants Oricon at such a young age. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you. My thank you kind of stems from everyone else. I only am who I am through Ubuntu, through what I've learned through all my mentors and all my professors and all the opportunities that I've been given. South Africa is a great place, and I did study part of it abroad, but I came back because there's such a great energy here and the people around us. And we're so diverse, and I think to tap into that, we're going to be amazing in the future. Thank you very much.
I do want to say, firstly, thanks for making us all look bad. Such a young, beautiful doctor, like on top of all of the things. You are clearly incredible and a well-deserved to win. Another round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen.
And we also thank Judge Fatima. Thank you very much. Look at her, independent woman on the stairs, just owning. Hey, sisters hey, man. Judge Fatima, thank you. And also, well done for doing well. That dress, high five. That is a win. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite to the stage to hand out the next 3 awards. Please help me welcome back to the stage, Yanette Minar. And our 10th category is
This is the Lifetime Achievement Award for Excellence in the Field of Architecture for Nico van der Meulen.
Nico van der Meulen is the founding member and CEO of Nico van der Meulen Architects. The firm has designed more than 4,000 buildings during the past 40 years, many of which have received international acclaim, and some as far afield as the US, London, Cyprus, Italy, Saudi Arabia, Russia, and many African countries. The firm is known for designing some of the most beautiful homes in South Africa. Nico has been involved in the building industry for 40 years. Having studied civil engineering, he was involved in construction for many years before starting to design full-time and registering as an architect. He has refined his long-time interest in eco-sensitive, sustainable African architecture, which he actively promotes. And he has been involved as a lead architect with the creation of estate rules in 5 developments involving nearly 4,000 homes, with several of these developments being eco-sensitive. Thank you, Nico.
Honored to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award, and I want to thank the South African Professional Services Academy, Sanlam, and all those who made this evening possible. Architecture is a rewarding profession, though not always in monetary terms. But I always remind myself that if you find an occupation you really love, you never have to work a day in your life. I also acknowledge that I would not be standing here tonight without the clients that trust us to create exceptional buildings for them that's still practical, our dedicated staff, and the other exceptional professionals that we work with. I salute them all. As a farm boy growing up in the Popo Valley in the 1950s, a night and an award like this was inconceivable. But after 46 years, I'm standing here tonight. I've been striving to do the best work I could with my wife on my side and working with me and supporting me. Working 16 to 18 hours a day for most of my life was maybe not fun for my family, but for me it was. Few people are as fortunate as we are now, having 3 talented sons, 2 of which are working in the company with me, and both of them married to architects who are also working for us, and they're the future of our firm.
Ladies and gentlemen, if James Bond was from Limpopo Valley, I mean, come on, just look at him. One more round of applause. Congratulations, Nico. And the next category is
The finalists for the Professional of the Year in the Architecture class are Henning Rasmus, Paragon, Elian Olwagen, Hubertman, Daniel Mutsepi, Mutsepi Architects.
And the winner is Henning Rasmussen from Paragon Architects. Henning was judged to be the winner of this category, given that he has gone beyond being the technocrat in the field of architecture to exhibit talent as a skilled entrepreneur. His efforts alongside partner Anthony Oralovich, thank you, has seen Paragon gain business and win awards beyond South Africa, and he should also be commended for participation in the Cape Town Stadium project and his work assisting students of architecture in local universities.
Thank you. Now it's getting difficult. I thought I'd finished, but I will start to keep this short by my partner, Anthony. It's been an amazing journey. It's been 20 years, last year, October, that we started this business. Nico, we know all about those long hours. I didn't want to mention them, but they're there. The harder you work, the luckier you get. But I think personally I've been blessed in the last 6 years working almost exclusively on the African continent, meeting kind of non-clients who want to be clients, actually doing development management when I'm an architect, and doing really long journeys in incredible countries, some of them post-conflict countries like Angola, number 178 on the list of 185 difficult countries in the world to do business. And it's still our most profitable country that we've done work in. So I've been very blessed to be supported by partners, mainly in the business, who believed in that journey. It hasn't been easy. It's taken a lot more patience than we all think patience needed. The cash flow is lumpy. The discussions are crazy. The rooms you are in are off the wall. And actually, I've been lucky that I've spent the last 6 years of my life very close to square one, many days of my life trying to do versions of what we do in South Africa. And the point is that South Africa is a model for the continent, but actually that doesn't mean we have to export the ways we do things to there. The journey is to connect South Africa to the continent and learn from what's out there. It's been a crazy journey. It's been my personal journey, and being here is a validation of a part of that. But again, I can only do that with people who support me. So thank you, and thanks to the colleagues who I meet in hotel bars and in crazy airports. We get drunk on planes together. We finish the bar in economy class because clients don't pay business class, certainly not for architects. And so it's been wild and woolly, and we ain't nearly finished. The fun is only just starting. Thank you.
Well done on the correct 2 minutes. You are amazing. So one more round of applause. And our 12th category is...
This is a Lifetime Achievement Award for Excellence in the Field of Engineering for Dr. Snowy Koza.
Dr. Snowy Koza, Executive Chairman, which is Chair Manager of the Biggin Group, has proven herself to be an inspiringly resilient yet benevolent individual. In her private capacity, Dr. Koza is a passionate human rights activist and benefactor to the disadvantaged, such as young people who cannot afford an education. At Biggin, she leads a team of engineers with conscience, who not only actively pursue the group's vision of improving quality of life through the development of sustainable infrastructure solutions, but are also committed to doing good while doing business. That's a new one for you. This is the group's official creed. Dr. Koza holds a PhD in social policy, an MBA, and various qualifications in the fields of financial, economic, and management. She previously completed a decade as Group Executive at Development Bank of South Africa and also chaired the multi-billion rand Trans-Caledon Tunnel Authority. Directorships held include those of Statistics South Africa, Freight Dynamics at Transnet, Zikelele Kabiso, I practiced that one, Transport World Africa, And in 2010, she became the first woman to lead an engineering company as a non-engineer in the 40-year history of Biggin, and has overseen the expansion of the Biggin Group in the continent through a restructured capital structure with its head offices in South Africa and Mauritius. Dr. Kola.
To God be the glory. When Biggin Africa, 47 years ago, decided to enter the African continent, it was not an easy decision. Many of our colleagues and partners turned back to South Africa because they found the continent to be very difficult to operate in. But as Biggin Africa, we made a decision that we will penetrate this continent because it is ours. If us, ourselves, cannot be there, who can be there? As Biggin, we decided that we will create a supermarket structure that allows international partners, donor communities, DFIs, and partners in the construction and engineering industry to join hands with us in doing good while doing business on the continent. We are zero tolerant to corruption. We don't take brown envelopes. We don't do chocho on the continent. And we are pleased today to say that as Biggin Group, based in South Africa, head office for CMA countries, Common Monetary Areas countries, and non-CMA countries in Mauritius, we have seen many of us, even some of partners that are here tonight, joining us to make a difference on the continent. The Sustainable Development Goals for Africa are giving us an opportunity as partners to make a difference. Infrastructure development improves the quality of life of people. And as for me, a non-engineer, in an industry that is male-dominated, I find it to be a pleasure to work with engineers with a conscience. Engineers that understand that we need to improve the quality of life of people, increase food security, educate children to go to school, have a healthy community, and above all, ensure that everyone can benefit from the build of infrastructure development. So thank you to Sapsa, to Sanlam, to Biggin, to our partners, and my colleagues, my family as well. Thank you very much to the judges. We appreciate your hard work. God bless you.
One more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Koza, well done, man. And thank you to Dr. Mina for your assistance on stage. Dr. Koza, you've got a warmth about you, madam, that reminds me of my mom. And to see you up here with such strength and elegance is something that makes me proud, considering where I come from. And I feel you deserve one more round of applause. Congratulations. We move now, ladies and gentlemen, into the special commendations. Once again, none of the special commendations are allocated 2 minutes. Please share the 2 minutes with your table at dinner. I'm sure they will be more than happy to listen in. To help us hand out these special commendations, we welcome one more time to the stage from Sanlam, Business Manager Gert Bezuidenhout. All right. Uncle Gert, feeling good? Ready? Uncle Gert. Oom Gert, sorry. All right. First up, ladies and gentlemen, special commendation in the area of engineering goes to SNA Civil and Structural Engineering for strides demonstrated in meeting transformation objectives and customer service. Next, we have special commendation in the area of engineering, and this goes to Matteo Duploy, who has overseen the merger of WSP and Parsons Brickenoff, a task he has undertaken in a manner that maintains sustainability while remaining open and honest to affected stakeholders. A massive round of applause to Mr. Duploy. Congratulations, sir. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, special commendation in the area of construction goes to Nonku Nchona. I hope I said that right. Congratulations, Nonku. Nonku built a quality surveying firm, or a quantity surveying firm rather, that has stood the test of time to withstand competition from more established multinationals for over a decade. Nonku's desire to differentiate herself in a male-dominated profession is noteworthy. Well done for doing well, Nonku. Congratulations, Nonku. Next up, special commendation in the area of engineering goes to Lynn Pretorius of ITS. Lynn is also President of Consulting Engineers South Africa, a position which indicates her strong leadership attributes within this fundamental sector of the built environment. Beyond her leadership role, judges were impressed by her determination to influence young girls to take up sciences. Congratulations, Lynn. Then you also have a look that you, like I feel like I've seen you at Woolworths complaining about the couscous. Like, I don't know, just got like, you know, very much a Woolworths something. I see it, I pick it up. I picked it up. This couscous expired yesterday. Love it. You're amazing, Lynn. Next up, ladies and gents, special commendation in the area of engineering goes to Louis Duval of Bosch. Now, Louis, who as a young engineer, has outdone his peers within his organization and sector by taking a leading role in a team that covered uncharted territory in terms of the National Grid Code and Embedded Generation Code. Furthermore, he has been instrumental in the Biogas project that seeks to make a reality of cleaner energy for South Africa. Biogas? Matric with exemption, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm killing it tonight. Look, guys, never mind. Congratulations for the amazing strides in biogas projects. I just thought it was one of those expensive things. Like let's be honest. I know that half of you in this room, when that brand Bulgari came out, all said, "Oh, Bulgari." I'm not alone for my sins here, guys. I'm not alone. Congratulations once again, sir. Next up, ladies and gents, a special commendation in the area of architecture goes to Elene Olwagen. I hope I said that correctly. Round of applause. She's an impressive professional who recognizes her role as a leader being to guide a team and ensuring that they deliver on their promise to their clients. She is a deserving recipient of this commendation, having guided her team to receive a number of awards, including accolades for DEA and Google HQ. Congratulations, madam. Next up, ladies and gents, special commendation in the area of construction, and this goes to Tommy Stradon. Tommy has shown incredible loyalty in building Inyatsi to what it is today, an African entity at heart with a global outlook. It is noteworthy that he represents the company and region at the World Economic Forum. Right, I think a massive round of applause, ladies and gents, for all the award winners so far. Congratulations to all of you. We have arrived at a time of day that honestly makes me as emotional as some of our lifetime award achievers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my favorite time of every day. Dinner will now be served. I wish you all bon appetit. Enjoy your meal. We're about to continue with the awards. We are heading into the award for economic consulting, I think it is. And to help us hand out that award, we welcome back to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, tall, dark, and handsome Judge Valentine Mtee.
This is a Lifetime Achievement Award for Excellence in the Field of Economics Consulting for Dr. Azar Jamin.
Dr. Azar Jamin is Director and Chief Economist of Econometrics. He has been in his current position since December 1985 and has established a significant profile in South Africa as an analyst and commentator on domestic and international economic affairs. Dr. Jamin has conducted approximately 4,000 presentations to leading client corporations and other institutions, as well as conferences dealing with the local and international economic environment. In this capacity, he has been invited over the years by several corporations to serve as independent non-executive director. Dr. Jamin is a member of the National Advisory Council on Innovation, a body of experts appointed by the Department of Science and Technology. Academically, Dr. Jamin obtained a BSc Honours in Mathematical Statistics and a BA Honours in Economics at Wits, followed by an MSc in Economics from LSE, the London School of Economics, and a PhD at the London Business School. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Azar Jamin.
ladies and gentlemen, I'm quite overwhelmed with this award. Yes, many people have said they enjoy listening to my commentary, etc., but this is the first award that I have received for that. I'd like to dedicate the award to my granddaughter Alexandra, who is 3 hours old. And I'd like to thank my wife for tearing down the M1 to get here in time from the Park Lane to be here. A special thanks go to Sapsa for conceiving of such an award. It really means a tremendous amount to me. I feel overwhelmed. I came back to South Africa after spending 11 years in the UK during the week of the Rubicon speech, and people said, "What are you going to South Africa for? It's it's in a mess." And I've never regretted it since. And as circumstances like tonight, with such wonderful people like yourselves, actually just reiterate how wise a decision it was. It's been an absolutely exciting career, and I owe it not only to my education, but also to some wonderful colleagues, and I'd like to pay tribute to the late Tony Twine and the late Michiel Bester, who were with me. I'd also like to pay homage to my wife, who has supported me throughout this time, and over and above that, all my clients, including Sanlam, who I thank for sponsoring this event. I was asked a week ago at a function, actually at the cricket, I said, you know, they say that people are asking whether GDP should be, whether GDP is the right measure of economic well-being. And I told them, you know, in my very first microeconomics lecture, we started off with a statement that the more you consume, the better off you are. And I said, you're quite right, that is not correct, because there are some things that are worth so much more than consumption of goods. And that is the kind of accolade that is being awarded to me tonight. It means the world. And I would encourage everyone in this country to think in terms of ulterior motives in life, such as giving back to society, such as educating oneself in order to be able to give back to society, because that gives you far more satisfaction than consuming goods and services. Thank you so much.
One more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Jamil. I also want to thank you for inspiring Bob Marley to write that amazing song. We're jamming. We're jamming. I will hand back over to listen to.
The finalists for the Professional of the Year in the Law class are Sally Hutton, Weber Wenzel; Riza Musa, Norton Rose Fulbright; Sophia Patel, Weber Wenzel; Ashley Hale, Bowmans.
And the winner is Sally Hutton. Sally won the award for providing the clarity of her leadership and management philosophy as expressed in the interview. Her pull-out quote, "What got us here isn't necessarily what will get us there," is a gem other leaders even beyond the law profession should consider adopting. Furthermore, she has received extensive recognition within her own profession and from various organizations. Join us to celebrate Sally. Thank you.
I think that all of us in the professions will know that there's no such thing as an individual award. I think that one really owes this kind of award to one's platform and the people that surround you. And I'm incredibly privileged to have spent my career at Weber Wenzel for 23 years now. We're going to be celebrating our 150th anniversary this year. And I'm also really just an incredible team. I'm surrounded by a really fantastic group of people. And also we are very grateful for our incredible clients. So thank you very much. It's a great honour and very much appreciated. Thank you.
And our next category is
This is a Lifetime Achievement Award for Excellence in the Field of Accounting from Mzi Nkonki.
Mzi Nkonki is the founder and executive chairman of Nkonki, an award-winning firm that is also one of the largest indigenous professional services organizations in the country. Founded in a small office alongside Mzi's sister, Singi Zilwa, the firm Nkonki has grown to what is today an organization of over 30 directors with over 400 employees across 9 branches in South Africa. Nkonki provides thought leadership on a number of pertinent issues through its annual audit committee conferences, annual integrated reporting awards for the top 100 GSE listed companies, and for Schedule 2 state-owned companies in South Africa. In 2004, Nkonki was awarded the top emerging female-owned company of the year, and in 2013, the firm's stance on professional integrity in formulating audit opinions was recognized by the market. The firm has also scooped the Accounting Firm of the Year honors at 2 previous Sapsa awards. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Mzi Nkonki.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a acceptance speech on behalf of Mzi. He couldn't make it here tonight due to ill health. So I've got a few words from Mzi. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I sincerely regret the fact that I am not personally present to receive this honor. What a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to miss. Please find it in your hearts to accept my apology. I'm really humbled and at a loss of words to be recognized by Sapsa as a deserving recipient of this Lifetime Achievement Award. This indeed is a great honor, which proves that footprints that I have left behind in my profession are not only visible to my close friends and family, but to the profession at large. These footprints have come not easily, but have been a result of numerous trials and tribulations. More challenges than moments of success, depending on what you use as a measure of success. Tears of joy and moments of sadness. And all this we soon learned to matter in a 26-hour day. We had to overcome all kinds of constraints on our radar screen, the scarcity of supply of our resources. We had to grow our own timber. The scarcity of working capital, as no one wanted to be on us the non-existent market, with all the bias and preference being towards international firms and so on. Therefore, looking back in the rearview mirror, I am content with what I have achieved, and that it's on that basis that I accept this award. Thank you, Sapsa, and thank you to all those who packed my parachutes, our political leaders who provided us with the BEE legislation that opened the doors that were completely sealed to us, the banks that accommodated our excess overdrafts during our difficult times, the clients who supported us and who paid us on time for payroll, my fellow partners, colleagues and staff who always chose to join our firm in order to help us build the Nkonki brand. My sister Cindy, who has always been a pleasure to have as a soldier in my army. And last but not least, my lovely wife, Tozama, my kids, Sunovuyo and Yanga, as their love and support was the oxygen that I needed to survive. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We move on to award number 16.
The finalists for the Consulting Firm of the Year are W Consulting, Econometrics, Agizo, Africa Business Group.
And the winner is Africa Business Group. Africa Business Group is a very impressive firm, given the footprint they have developed locally and across the continent. What is particularly admirable, which sets them apart from other nominees, is that work they are doing has a direct impact on the future of the continent by investing in the youth and important industries that touch on food security. The judges were also impressed with the extensive detail that went into their submission, which included letters from clients and partners who advocated for their high quality of service. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
All right, one more round of applause. Congratulations, gentlemen. Thank you very, very much. While up here, I feel the value of these 2 minutes, and once again apologize due to time constraints. Coming up next to help us present the following award, we welcome back to the stage in a beautiful gown made by David Tlale, Mr. Michael Ware.
The finalists for the Professional of the Year in the Accounting class are Lindani Tlamini, Sikela Klabiso, Peter Goss, S&G, Dumi Medupe, next year SAB&T, Bashir Adam, next year SAB&T, Paul Badrick, Grant Thornton.
And the winner is Dumi Medupe of next year SAB&T. This was a tough category. All 5 finalists were credible contenders. Dumi was found to be an inspirational woman, a professional woman, having started her own firm, which has in a few years attracted a number of high-profile clients, including Discovery, Liberty, and Sasso. She has furthermore gone and merged her company with Nexia and become chair of what is now one of the top 10 firms for fees in the country. Despite her achievements, Dumi has exuded humility, which closely corresponds to servant leadership.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to Sapsa, to Salam, and to my colleagues. This is such a wonderful occasion and an honor as well to be recognized and be given an award. I'm so excited to be part of Nexia SAB&T, a wonderful firm that recognizes long ago that if you ignore women's contribution to your bottom line, you do that to all peril. And as a firm, we've decided to be champions in gender transformation, and we've also made a decision that we will address economic inequality. And further to that, as we grow the firm, we're very excited that we will also address unemployment issues in this country. Good evening.
One more round of applause for Ndumi, ladies and gentlemen. Ndumi, I just want to say that, Sanlam, if you're listening, I feel like this should be your new voice. I just feel like when she speaks, she makes everything sound expensive. Like, you know, she just, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's like French, but South African. Like, one more round of applause. Well done.
This is a Lifetime Achievement Award for Excellence in the Field of Management for Professor Edward Kieswetter.
Professor Edward Kieswetter is a lifelong leadership scholar and practitioner. He has over 30 years in various leadership positions in academic, public sector, and private sector roles. Edward recently retired from Alexander Forbes as Group Chief Executive from 2010 to 2016. Under Edward's leadership, the company restored its institutional integrity and financial performance, rebuilding a reputation and ethos for trustworthiness. He resolved long-standing civil, criminal, and tax disputes by proposing a path of doing the right thing. He made a commitment to zero retrenchment and honored it throughout his tenure. His contribution led to the relisting on the JSE in 2014, attracting significant local and international investors, whilst serving the interest of all stakeholders. He was previously the Deputy Commissioner of the South African Revenue Service, and his contribution as Senior Executive at Eskom resulted in him being recognized as South Africa's Boss of the Year 1999 to 2000. And a leadership thinker in 2006. I'm struggling with these numbers. So listen carefully now. A leadership thinker in 2006. In 2015, Edward acquired a majority shareholding in the Vinci Institute, where he holds the position of president. And he's also a director of ShopRite and a visiting professor at the Free State University. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Professor Edward Kieswetter.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I can't see any of you because these lights are blinding. But just a few thoughts. I think leadership is one of the most defining roles in any organization, any institution, whether it's political, civil, or commercial. And one has to approach it as an inordinate privilege and never with a sense of entitlement. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm known to say that leaders must take their work seriously instead of taking themselves seriously. We are simply stewards for a season. And when we pass on the baton, the one concern is what has been our impact and whether we are in fact able to bequeath something that is greater, more valuable than that which we inherited. I would like to just take the opportunity to acknowledge Alexander Forbes, who at the time afforded me the opportunity to have an impactful role in the organization. Thank the organizers Sapsa and Sanlam for making this award possible and for the judges for recognizing our accomplishments. My present colleagues at the Vinci, under the leadership of Professor Ben Anderson, who is there at the table, thank you for being and for supporting. Also, nice to have Justin Fulcher, the MD of Ring MD from Singapore with us. My family has always been central to everything that I do and my most significant support base. And therefore, to my dad, who sadly we buried last Saturday when he passed on, my hero and who has taught me the ethic of hard work, to my mother, Jocelyn, who taught me that I'm here simply to be a blessing. I honor them both in accepting this award. I'm thankful to be supported by my sister, who represents 6 of our siblings, and also my son Matthew and his wife Glenda. And then most importantly, my wife Fran, also who is able to be with. We have a bit of a global life. She lives in Singapore, I live in Joburg. Don't get ideas, men. It doesn't sound as romantic as that always, but we've been able to be in the same city on an important night. Thank you for your loving support always. Thank you very much.
Let's give the professor one more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, award number 19.
The finalists for the Big Four Firm of the Year are EY, PwC,
and the winner is EI. EI is a case study of a high-performing yet ethical service providing practice. Other than being a recent winner of various awards, including the 2017 Gender Mainstreaming Award and Top Employer and Transfer Pricing Firm of the Year in 2016, the firm itself backs entrepreneurship on the continent by sponsoring the Entrepreneurship Awards, which include the Winning Women Program. EI. This has become a Nandos and Nyandos exercise. EY is also celebrating 20 years since initiation of the Excellence in Integrated Reporting Awards.
Well done for doing well to EI, Mr. Were, I would personally like to thank you for making me look so much better. I want a massive round of applause, ladies and gents. Judge Michael Were. No, because judgments were flying. I got one small word wrong, we got lights in our eyes, everybody, and then Mr. Were came and took it home. I wonder where the English was. I don't know. Thank you to the one person who got that joke. I appreciate it. We welcome back to the stage, ladies and gents, to present our next set of awards, the beautiful Fatima Ghani.
The finalists for the Law Firm of the Year are Weber Wenzel, Norton Rose Fulbright, Bowmans.
And the winner is Bowmans. Bowmans is a fitting recipient given the continued contribution they made to the pro bono space. Over the period under review, the judges noticed the successful branding exercise they have undertaken and the recognition they have received from the peers at the African Legal Awards and Dealmakers, being crowned Legal Advisor of the Year in the latter ceremony. Congratulations.
well done to Bowman. A special shout out for not stealing 2 minutes that weren't yours. We're very proud of you, Steve. Well done. And the next award is...
The finalists for the Professional of the Year in the Big Four class are Ahmed Jaffer, KPMG, Azim Omar, EY, Luyanda Mgandi, PwC, Shirley Mashaba, PwC.
And the winner is Shirley Mashaba, PwC. Professional. Her interview responses are indicative of an individual determined to deliver handsome results at the helm of Africa's largest professional services firm. Her recognition of the importance of emotional intelligence, inclusiveness, and servanthood is noteworthy.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really humbled by this prestigious award. In any way, I don't even know where to start. All I can say is that it has been a long journey. I would like to thank the organizers of this event. I would also like to thank the sponsors, the judges. A special thanks to my two wonderful CEOs. They are there at the table, PwC table. The Africa PwC CEO, Hein Boekman, and the Southern Africa CEO, my brother to me, Dion Shango. Thank you so much. One, for really seeing the potential in me, and second, for continuously giving me the tireless support. I would also like to thank all my colleagues, because I don't believe that I would be where I am if I don't have the support from the colleagues. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening.
And the next category is...
The finalists for the Accounting Firm of the Year are Nexia SAB&T, Sekela Qabiso, S&G, Grant Thornton.
And the winner is Sekela Zabiso. Sekela is an impressive firm for a number of reasons, including their admirable growth trajectory that has seen them cruise past the 200 million rand turnover mark in just over a decade. They focus on transformation, which is coupled with a strong female composition at all levels, is noteworthy. Furthermore, the judges were happy with the attitude of the firm towards ethical behavior, which is crucial in times like these when many professional services firms are receiving negative press.
The finalists for the Professional of the Year in the Consulting class are Ibrahim Goga, Matiri Kangete, Agiso, Tapiwa Jigizana, W Consulting.
And the winner goes to the loudest shout, Tapiwa Jigizana. of reasons, including the fact that he is prepared to walk away from toxic opportunities, keeps everyone focused on a shared strategic objective, and exhibits great charisma. He knows that he doesn't rest on his laurels, and when he says yesterday's successes must be replaced by tomorrow's challenges, that is a great attitude in leadership.
Good evening, folks. I represent a tiny firm you've probably never heard of, called W Consulting, and we were nominated earlier for an award as a firm, which we didn't get. We lost to worthy competitors, and I congratulate them for that. But I just want to give back my 2 minutes to my colleagues. They absolutely make going to work a pleasure. The reason we go to work is to have fun. This is the honest truth. Lots of professional services businesses will tell you they exist for their clients. We don't exist for our clients. We exist for our professionals, because our professionals exist for our clients. They love the challenges that you give us. They love the complexity of the work that you give us. They're absolutely turned on to deliver on time, high quality, dependable. We love it. We would do it every day of the week, including Saturday and Sunday. So I just want to thank my colleagues that, it's really just insane for me to win this, because a lot of the credit that has been attributed to me is really a reflection of what my colleagues have done. It's been an incredible journey. We've been in business for about 10 years, 11 years this year. And it feels like we started yesterday. It's been fun, and I really look forward for another 10 years. Thank you very much.
All right, let's give them both a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations and well done for doing well. It's Tapiwa. Tapiwa, I wanna tell you, sir, you look like you smell like cocoa butter. Just like, you know what I mean? You've just got and then you look like cocoa butter, and then you stood here and delivered like it was the state of the nation. You know what I mean? When you said, I want to give my 2 minutes to my colleagues, I felt you lean forward and almost you know what I mean? I feel like people go to school to be as cool as you, and therefore I'd like to congratulate you one more time. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Hey! Also you sound so mature. I'm sure over the phone people think, this guy, quite a Mantashe age. And then you see him in person, Nivea. Just, hey! No, well done for doing well, man. Well done for doing well. Coming up next, ladies and gents, to help us present the next Lifetime Achievement Award, actually a very good friend of mine, Mr. Bashir Adam.
The finalists for the Young Professional of the Year in the Commerce, Law and Management category are Lochemau Ramaya, Neseret, Averan Tionana, Alan Anoveri, Lyle Melander, Melander Inc., James Wilkinson, Distel, Leon Kretschmer, Jaguar, Rivalani Ntuli, M&B, Ayanda Kanana, Joburg Market.
The winner of this award, Ayanda Kanana, City of Joburg. apart from other nominees is his diversity. His profile is indicative of an individual with varied talents, which he has grounded in a professional qualification as a chartered accountant. Very grounded profession, that chartered accountant profession, let me tell you that. Deployed in the public sector and stretched into the world of farming, which speaks to an interest of food security and sustainability. It is impressive that he managed to spearhead the creation of the Joburg CA program. It comes as no surprise that he received the SAICA award, and his achievements and hard work make him a worthy recipient of this Sapsa award. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I certainly didn't expect this one. I'd like to dedicate this award to all those who create a path where there is none, all those who saw that becoming an audit partner through organic means is simply just not rewarding. It's organic, yes, but there's more to life. And we took a path to join the public service. And you know what's currently happening in the politics of local government, coalition arrangements, finger pointing, and professionals have to survive in that space. It's quite a tough space where you have to convince people that you need a CA program in a municipality. And they say, what about IT? What about engineers? To a point where you find some small budget, and now our allocation by SAICA is increasing in the city of Johannesburg, where we train CAs. Really and truly, something was never as difficult as convincing politicians that accountants are important for something other than bookkeeping. I'd like to use this opportunity to also make some of us who are young in the room to realize that once you've made it somewhere in the audit profession, in the public service, food security is equally important. And I'd like to take this opportunity to invite young professionals to join the farming industry. Very rewarding. And if I may, Program Director, invite some of you to come and shop at the Joburg market. Thank you very much.
It's like if you can't work things out with words, you know other means of working things out. If Wesley Snipes went to school, ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. Give him a round of applause. Come on. All right, we're getting there. You guys are good. Everybody in the back, we're still feeling okay there? I think give yourselves, you guys have been the best. Of the 3 years that I've hosted, this has been the best crowd by far. You've laughed, you all look good, you smell nice. There's like duty-free type cologne in the air. Not even no-name brand things. Give yourselves a round of applause. Come on, come on. Stay with us. Hold a stretch. Number 25.
This is a Lifetime Achievement Award for Excellence in the Field of Accounting for Philip Horkby.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one I'm waiting for, the one I'm striving for, the lifetime one, the one I'm going to get there one day when I'm big. When next year SMAT is as big as EY, we qualify for this one. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, on a more serious note, I happen to know Philip from many years ago, and I can honestly say that he genuinely deserves the acknowledgement that is given to him. He is an accomplished, commercially focused, widely respected senior executive with extensive leadership credentials as evidenced through a progressive and accelerated career as managing partner of EY, first in South and Southern Africa and latterly in Central and Southeastern Europe, including Turkey. He has always been a member of the EY Global Practice Group and EMEA Operating Committee. He is a highly credible and dynamic leader of multi-organizational organizational, multidisciplinary, multi-country teams and people. Significantly experienced in the professional services arena, equipped with a track record of success, developing and mentoring leadership teams and individuals, and adept in implementing the necessary cost and revenue growth strategies to drive and execute consistent and sustainable business transformation success. He is currently a non-executive director of Investec PLC, Investec Limited, Investec Property Fund, and the Avenge Group. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Philip Hawkeby.
Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. For those of you who know Philip Hawkeby, I know you were expecting a tall, handsome, thin, very fit individual. And what you're looking at is the polar opposite. A short, fat, and very unfit individual. And as Jason Goliath said earlier, think thin thoughts. But for those of you who do not know me, my name is Viv Oates. And I've had the privilege of working with Philip Hawkeby for the last 30 years or so. Philip couldn't be here tonight, and he's asked me to read a short speech that he's written for the benefit of the audience. So if you'll bear with me, I'll read his speech now. And he says, reflecting on this award, I asked my 18-year-old self for his reaction. He reminded me of what I knew then, and still haven't forgotten. He said he never anticipated the life I have led, and didn't believe that I had the potential to be receiving such an award tonight. The funny thing is, he was right. I didn't have the potential on my own. The award recognizes many people with whom I've worked over decades, all contributing to achieving a common vision and living shared values. In today's fast-paced and ever-changing world, I've often thought about the enormous pressures facing leaders and how they have to cope with the ever-increasing daily challenges. But I have always believed that there's only one constant in this world, and that is the espoused values of the entity. Values that are behaviors that do not change, even though everything around you is changing. Values are the foundation of the organization, the first principles, the wellspring from which everything else is developed. If I can leave you with only one lesson that I have learned over the years, it is this: to get the right culture within an organization, it is essential to get clarity on the values, communicate these widely and regularly, apply them consistently, and deal with breaches promptly and fairly. I must sincerely apologize for not being here tonight due to a prior commitment in a different city, which I could not change. Viv Oates is hosting a table of my former colleagues, all of whom have contributed to this award personally, and also represent many different constituent parts of EY during my leadership. To all of them, thank you for being here tonight, and a special thank you to Ibrahim Doret, who's a former award winner who's here tonight, for nominating me. And finally, I'd like to thank the organizers for this award, which I've asked Viv to accept on behalf of the team. I feel truly honored and humbled at the same time. Thank you very much.
All right, a big round of applause. We say thank you for accepting Viv, and we say thank you to Bashir as well. Viv, I also just want to say that you're a beautiful man. Can you stop being so hard on yourself, Viv? Literally, the fact that you can afford a yacht, you don't need a six-pack, my friend. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. Give Viv a round of applause, ladies and gents. All right, I'm going to welcome back to the stage our sponsor, Mr. Gert Bezuidenhout from Sanlam, as we are about to move into some more special accommodations in the field for commerce law and management category. A special commendation from the judges goes to Paul Badrick, whose interview responses illustrated why he was appointed the position of CEO of giant accounting and advisory firm Grant Thornton. The judges found it admirable that he is people-centric and sees each employee as a potential mentee. A massive round of applause as we welcome to the stage Paul Badrick. I feel like finally you guys are going to come and accept something and therefore will not have to remind us of not being able to accept things. A special commendation from the judges goes to Nexia, SAB and T. A round of applause for now. Who in the year under review have had good visibility for their brand with their From the Ground Up campaign. It is noteworthy that they were finalists for a Corporate Citizenship Award and winners of the 2017 Top Woman Gender Transformation Award. Massive round of applause. Nexia, SABNT. Congratulations. Please, can you hang it in Bashir's office? Our next special commendation from the judges goes to Riza Musa. Give it up. Riza Musa, go. Applause, 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 applause. Riza's impressive CV indicates that he is a great asset to Norton Rose Fulbright. His interview responses showed that he is a professional who prioritizes work-life balance while seeking to be an example to young professionals. One more round of applause for Riza. Congratulations, sir. Riza, you just look like you're fast in the water, man. Aerodynamic. Hey? Like a swimmer, like a... Hey? Silver medalist in the Lenasia Olympic Games last year. That time of the night, bear with me, that time of the night. Our next special commendation from the judges goes to Luyanda Mgandi. In the Big Four class of professionals, she is an impressive young professional who at such a young age is representing her professional services firm at the global stage, working at integral levels with the international leadership. Well done for doing well. All right, and just before we introduce dessert, ladies and gentlemen, special commendation from the judges goes to Peter Goss. Peter is an invitee to several international speaking engagements as well as an author. That he is currently pursuing a doctorate in a profession where few professionals aspire to that level of learning sets him apart from other nominees. He is clearly an asset to SNG and a key contributor to the firm's success as a recently appointed managing director of their advisory firm. Well done, Peter. Peter, I love the way you received that. You literally, that was the Miss World pose. Give Peter a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, sir. Right, now, ladies and gents, dessert is about to be served. I'm going to ask you to remain in your seats because when we get back, we crown the final 3 awards for the evening. The Woman Professional of the Year, the SA Professional Services Firm of the Year, and the South African Professional of the Year. That comes up after dessert. Bon appetit. Enjoy your sweet treat. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time this evening, put your hands together for me! Alright, we're going to get straight into it. What I am going to say though is please be advised that every single award winner, we do ask that you please remain behind, and immediately after the final award proceedings have finalized, if you could please make your way to the stage for the official group photograph that we do every year. So once again, all award winners, please, if you could make your way to the stage with your award immediately after the final award has been presented. I'd like to call to the stage to assist us in presenting the final 3 awards, Dr. Yanette Minnar. With a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome Dr. Yanette Minnar back to the stage. Is she around? She not? She disappeared? Alright, so this is what I want you all to do. Apparently she's just stepped out of the room, and as soon as she steps back in, I'd like us all to give her a standing ovation, as well as the fright of her life. Okay? So the second you see her, you're just going to go crazy. You can point. If you have stuff that you can throw, soft stuff, you can throw it. If you have confetti, anybody has bubbles with them, those of you with kids, you can blow bubbles, and we can celebrate. And then it must be as awkward as possible. Habi, are you with us? Meneer Minnar, you good? Okay. So she will be here with us shortly. While we do that, just a reminder, the hashtag again is Sapsa 2018. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and search for us on Facebook and like that page as well. SAPRO Awards on Twitter, SAPRO Awards. 1, 2, 3. I know that you were at the photo wall again, ma'am. I know that you were there. I saw you not wasting the hairspray. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Our next category, ladies and gentlemen, number 26. Let's go.
The finalists for the Woman Professional of the Year are Ndumi Medupe, Nexia SABNT, Nonku Ntshona, NNAQS, Elian Olwagen, Bugutman, Shirley Machaba, PwC, Lindani Dlamini, Segela Klabiso, Lynn Pretorius, ITS, Safia Patel, Weber Wenzel, Ashley Hale, Bermans.
And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, is Shirley Machaba, PwC. Contestants in this category are deemed to be worthy winners. Shirley was chosen for several reasons, including the impact she has had within the chartered accounting profession in breaking the glass ceiling and championing the cause of female representation in leadership. Other than heading what is arguably the continent's largest professional services firm, she is a recent winner of the Association of Women Chartered Accountants Audit Partner of the Year.
Honestly speaking, I don't know where to start. I'm speechless. All I can say, particularly to the youngsters, the sky is not the limit, the universe is the limit. Thank you so much.
round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Our next award, ladies and gents, overall Firm of the Year.
The finalists for the South African Professional Services Firm of the Year are EY, Big Four Firm of the Year; Bowman's, Law Firm of the Year; PD Consulting, Construction Consulting Firm of the Year; Paragon, Architectural Firm of the Year; Big in Africa, Engineering Firm of the Year; Sikela Xabiso, Accounting Firm of the Year; Africa Business Group, Management Consulting Firm of the Year.
And the winner is Paragon Architects. Considering the overall Professional of the Year, we focused on what tangible service the professional services firm has provided to its clients, which can also be said to receive visible appreciation from the community at large. In the completion of the Sasol Place project, the firm enabled one of the largest multinational petrochemical companies to consolidate 14 offices and unify its culture. The building showcased Paragon's pursuit of architectural design, technology and sustainability. It is not surprising that the group scooped four awards in 2017 at the South African Property Owners Association Awards.
Thank you to Sanlam and Sapsa. I love these corporate awards, because there's always this like dramatic music. They play either Chariots of Fire or Star Wars or The Mission. They're like great soundtracks for corporate awards. And I was thinking that it's quite fitting, because we fight these incredible battles. It feels like Star Wars often. You're fighting like dark universes that you didn't know when you're a professional. It's a total mission, and sometimes you feel like you're going over the edge of that waterfall. And Chariots of Fire, yeah, we often fly by the seat of our pants. I'll say this on a public stage. The nice thing is that we all practice. When I go to, if I ever have to have brain surgery, I wouldn't want to have my brain surgeon telling me that he practices brain surgery. I'd like to know that he knows this stuff. But when you're an architect or an accountant or a lawyer, you practice law, you practice accounting, you practice architecture. And the nice thing about that is that it's a totally empowering thing. So to get back to the Chariots of Fire and flying by the seat of our pants, the nice thing is that on many days we know that we're good. Sometimes we think we're good and we have to convince other people that we're good. But the nice thing is that we don't have to be excellent. We just have to keep on trying. And the point is that we can spend our life keeping on practicing and becoming better. Unlike my brain surgeon, he better be bloody good already. But it's an amazing industry to be in and to be connected to other people who practice professional services and spend their life getting better. So here's to the community that we're in outside of my industry, architecture. Let's keep on practicing, because practice makes perfect. Thank you.
Also, the award for the first ever person in the history of the Sapsa Awards to do 3 acceptance speeches on one night. That's a big first. A massive round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. And now, ladies and gents, our final award for the evening, Professional of the Year.
The finalists for the South African Professional of the Year are Willekazi Knele, Engineering Professional of the Year; Sally Hutton, Law Firms Professional of the Year; Shirley Mashaba, Big Four Professional of the Year. Henning Rasmus, Architectural Firms Professional of the Year. Tapiwe Jikizana, Consulting Professional of the Year. Anthony Afodofe, Construction Sector Professional of the Year. Dumi Medupe, Accounting Professional of the Year.
And ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Sally Hutton of Weber Windsor. Sally is a Sapsa Awards immediate former winner of the Professional Women of the Year Award, and the judges appreciated her leadership views, which go far beyond being an authority in handling gender dynamics in the workplace. She has acted in most of South Africa's highest profile private equity transactions over the past 20 years. As managing partner of Weber Windsor, she leads a team of over 150 lawyers in a company that has been selected as a World Economic Forum Global Growth Company, and she has, in the recent past, been recognized by various international ranking bodies, such as Chambers and Partners.
Thank you very much. I think it's late and you've heard from me already, so I won't keep you with another speech, but really just a great honour and much appreciated. Thank you.
Congratulations, Sally. Well done for doing well. It's a big deal for me, these awards, and I love coming out and I love experiencing all of you. And I'm very conscious of the fact that I need you. Like, although you all make more money than I do, I need all of your professional services. I live in a house that was once built and architecturalized. I drive on roads in a car that was engineered. I'm just making stuff up now. But I also practice, and my practice is comedy, and I will shamelessly plug that the one thing I believe that all professionals don't get enough of is just some laughter and just to escape. So this is a personal invitation from me to all of you. I've got a comedy club at Melrose Arch. There's a comedy club at Monte Casino, but I know that some professionals would prefer not to be seen at Monte Casino. So we built it at Melrose Arch with professionals in mind. And we offer professional services and will allow you to laugh in a very professional manner. And it's a funny thing, because 2 years ago we started a little program where we help CEOs engage through comedy, and I just believe that the world is changing every single day. And tonight, for me, with an amazing audience like you, was testament that professionals are still cool. You're still hip. You're still happening. You can still laugh at yourselves. You can still laugh at each other. And I think what I loved most was the fact that so many speeches spoke to empowerment. So many speeches spoke to building communities, to gender development, to food security. And I love the fact that we as South Africans are in a space professionally where it's not just about the money, it's not just about the awards, but it's also about worrying about the generations that follow. And for that reason, I think you all deserve a massive round of applause. Give yourselves a well done for doing well. My name is Jason Goliath. You are all awesome. I love all of you. Be safe, be well, and most importantly, happy 2018.